You get to the top of El Cap, June 5th, 2017. You actually look happy.
June 3rd.
June 3rd,
Yeah,
excuse
yeah.
me.
No.
So
We're
it's
correcting
been-
the record for the recording.
It's,
Yeah.
oh, well, thanks for the correction. I remember you're on the phone with Asana, you're saying, I'm so delighted. How long does that sense of satisfaction actually last?
I mean, pretty long actually. I mean, I was smiling a lot for the whole week afterward, and then even now, if I watch the end of the film, if I get to talking about it, I mean, it's pretty satisfying. Like, I am very proud of the effort I put into it and of the climb itself.
Part of it, I mean, one thing that is tough about a climb like that is it's such a life ambition. It's unprecedented. It's not likely, well, I don't know, maybe it is likely to be repeated sometime soon. But what then becomes your next free solo of El Cap? What is an ambition, if there's any, that kind of equals it for you?
I mean, I honestly don't know. And
Have
that's
you been thinking about it?
Yeah, no, I mean, I've been thinking about it a bit, and honestly, that's been one of the biggest challenges of being on the film tour for the last 6 months and promoting the film and everything, is that every single movie screening, someone's like, what's next? Like, when's Free Solo 2? What are you working on? And you're like, man, I don't know. You know, I mean, El Cap is something...
All the sequels are always worse except for The Godfather 2. That's the only good sequel.
Yeah, I don't think there's definitely no Free Solo 2, that's for sure. Yeah. No, I honestly don't know. I mean... So,
but are you like talking to people? Like, what would be something that's really like?
Well, I don't think talking to people would be the way anyway. I mean, it has to be something from the heart to some extent, something that inspires me from within. I mean, I've been working on physically improving as a climber. You know, training, just trying to climb harder. You know, improve as a climber.
Do you think you could break 2 on El Cap?
Yeah, we did last summer.
You did?
Sub 2 hours on El Cap.
Oh my
Actually,
God.
there'll be a whole 45-minute film about that.
Oh,
about
well,
this
there you
season.
go.
Yeah. So, but it's not Free Solo 2. It's I don't know what it's going to be called, but so for those here who are real climbers, the Real Rock Tour this year, which is a climbing film tour that travels all over the world, will have this 45-minute film about me and Tommy climbing El Cap in sub 2 hours, which was our big goal last year. But that's actually been the really interesting thing, is that everyone asks what's next post El Cap. But so this will be a long ramble here, so settle in. But so part of my process for free soloing El Cap was to not build it up too big in my mind. You know, I mean, obviously it was this dream that I had forever. It was really important to me, but I didn't want to. But I had been physically able to climb El Cap without falling since 2008 or 9 or something. So basically, you know, it'd been almost 10 years that I was physically able to. You know, that's kind of the bare minimum to consider free soloing El Cap, is that you obviously have to be able to climb from the bottom to the top without falling off or using your rope at all. And so technically I'd been there physically for quite a long time. And so really it was the mental side that took so many years to develop, and, you know, it took a long time for me to feel confident doing it. And anyway, so because of that, I didn't want to build it up too big in my mind, because I didn't want to put too much more pressure on the mental side of it. I didn't want to put it on this pedestal as like, this will be the craziest thing ever done. This is so extreme. This is the hardest thing that any human can imagine. You know, I didn't want to like put it way up here, when the reality is that physically, you know, I was capable. I just had to actually do it. And so part of the way that I kept it from putting it too high in my mind was to kind of treat it as one of many other climbs during the year. So I had all my normal, as a professional climber, you basically go on expeditions, you know, you work on other climbing goals. So right after I did the free solo, actually, I went on an expedition to Alaska with some of my teammates on the North Face team, and to climb big mountains near Denali. Well, not that, 5,000-foot rock walls. And so, not really mountains, you know, but big walls. And so, and that was specifically training for a North Face expedition in that winter, going to Antarctica to climb first ascents of big walls, which was an incredible experience for me, something totally new for me, you know, really character building, because I don't really ski that well, and to like live on skis in Antarctica climbing big granite walls, it was incredible. And then later in the year, Tommy and I did the speed record on the nose. And so the point is, I had all these other big climbing goals lined out in front of me.